was a typo, and I'm like, welcome to Comics League. I'm Jared, and to movie night, and oh God.
Blame me!
Okay, I'm going to say this. This was Robert's fault. And by the way, Robert, because of this, I'm gonna make like as many Lois Lane jokes as I want. That's it, you brought this on yourself, bro.
Hey! I agree. All right.
Good Lord.
Hey, I had to watch it too.
I know. All right. So this is the most CW Wonder. If you want to know, what would CW do with Wonder Woman? This is the answer. Cause
well, you say that, but I gotta argue on that because let's be honest though, Smallville was not this bad. Gotham wasn't this bad.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. This is even more evidence that DC doesn't care about Wonder Woman because at least Batman and Superman got pretty good shows.
I would say they proved they did care because they squashed it.
True. Randy says, and Teladia probably had an internet issue. I forgot that this was a thing. Lucky for you.
Yeah, but like I said, DC proved they do care because they quashed it. They were like, no, they didn't no to this.
Now, you know it's the hilarious part. So when I was watching this, it's just funny part. Well, all of a sudden I start hearing the soundtrack for Iron Man in this, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's an unreleased pilot. They're probably using like placeholder music for this. So I'm like, Transformers and like Iron Man music. I'm like, oh, this is interesting.
Yep, but the fact we open up right away with Wonder Woman just throttling a guy.
Yeah, I'm like, so you're trying to make me like her. I got news for you. You're not. This is just like when Tom King is like, I'm running this run to make people like Wonder Woman. And then it's like you do the complete opposite. I can see why people would watch this and say, Wonder Woman's unlikable.
Yeah, and not that though, but the fact that everyone praised her, it's like, this is, you know what this is? This is shilling the pilot.
Yes, this is. Yeah, so in this universe, I'm not even sure the Amazons are actually a thing. I mean, they might be.
They could have been but the fact there's two Dianas, first of all. Let's get out of the way. There are two Dianas. She has two identities. She has three identities.
Yeah, so one of them is she is the CEO of Themyscira Industries, which is a marketing.
And her last name is Diana Themyscira.
Yeah.
And then she's wondering.
That's like in the Keaton verse where Harvey's name is Harvey Two-Face.
Well, that's at least an interesting nickname because people thought they would say he's Two-Face.
No, but they still call him Harvey Two. And I'm like, even the news calls him that. So I'm like, but it's like even with this. So she has like, she's like marketing like her, like the Wonder Woman brand. And I'm like, what? So she's Iron Man now?
Something like that. And she's Wonder Woman. And then she has Diana Prince, where she just goes to a separate house so she can just sit and watch soaps and eat ice cream and things like that.
With her cat.
With her cat.
I'm like, and she names the cat after Alice in Wonderland. I'm like.
You know what they should have called it?
What?
Named it Circe.
Yeah, that would have been great. Yeah, so Teladia. So Wonder Woman apparently is Tony Stark. So she runs a company called Themyscira. Her name is Diana Themyscira, by the way. And she's a crazy cat lady, apparently.
In her civilian identity.
And then, so we find out in the past, so she was on the other coast. And then she left Steve Trevor. Because apparently Steve Trevor, in any universe, can't even compete with Wonder Woman. Ha ha!
And fun fact.
Yep.
Fun fact, Michael Knight's also in this. Michael Knight.
Oh, there's a lot of
2008.
There's another he was up to have. There's another person in this that let's just say is associated with Wonder Woman, and we'll get to that later. But
one actress the two actors I felt were perfect were, given the material, Adrianne Palicki, the actress who does Wonder Woman. I thought she would have made a great Wonder Woman with better writing.
Yeah.
And Elizabeth Hurley as Veronica Cale.
I was about to say, Veronica Cale was one of the most okay, you still need better material, but I could see it because it's really dope because first off, Veronica Cale does not get that much attention. in like Wonder Woman media.
So
we brought up
villain.
Robert. We brought up many times that Veronica Cale would have been a better villain instead of Sovereign for the King run for this story.
She even appeared in Amazon Attack, and we felt, hey, that was perfect.
Yeah, exactly. You literally could have had her be the one behind the scenes. Knowing King, he probably didn't read that. But anyway, it's not about King. Even though I have to fit in King digs all the time. It's like it's like bring up how Lois Lane is Lois Lane. That's for you, Robert.
Yeah.
But
okay, you don't have to keep telling me that.
Yes, I do. So again, and the other thing is like the part where I'm like, okay, you lost me comes later when to get Veronica Cale to come close, Wonder Woman throws the lasso, it wraps around her neck, and she just yanks her. I'm like, you just broke that woman's neck.
And worse is when she was, Cale was just saying, I got all this on camera. I have everything. You're going down. Wait, it's like, nope, because Wonder Woman is Mary Sue.
Yeah, Randy says the Linda Carter Wonder Woman would make a great palate cleanser if they went forward without Wonder Woman. Mm-hmm.
Yep, and that's the one thing that really gets to me is the fact this kid who got killed off by some of the performance-enhancing drugs after getting a scholarship. Because the family is so upset about it that they went to Diana. Diana wants to bring it all down for this kid who cheated. This is like I said there. He died from using performance-enhancing drugs that got him a scholarship. Why should I feel anything for this kid?
Yeah, I know, and it's.
Why should I care?
I know we shouldn't. By the way, Tavia, it was on WBTV, which would turn into the CW.
No, well, wait, hold on. Let me double check.
It says that on the screen, property of WBTV.
True, but those were the ones but it was meant to air on NBC.
All right. Teladia, so what did you think of this crappy show?
Okay, so sorry about the network problem.
It's all good.
Firstly, I gotta say that the show was really good.
Wait, really good?
Yeah, the episode was really brilliant. Like, I don't know why they canceled it.
Wait, are you trolling me, brother? Are you trolling me?
Yeah, I'm trolling you.
Good, because I was like, wait a minute. I know you have better.
I was gonna say,
I know you have better taste than this, Teladia.
I'm in a trolling mood today. So.
Oh God. Yeah.
Okay.
So what'd you really think?
I thought it was rubbish. I was like, now, one Themyscira having a building, no. And secondly, Steve Trevor's out of the picture, which was a good thing.
That was the good part. That was the highlight of that.
But she's pining over him.
So 1984, in other words.
Worse than that.
But what also surprised me was life could be good, but you can make it better. The guy who plays Maxwell Lord.
Yeah, Maxwell Lord. And I'm watching this and I'm like, okay, I see it. I'm not used to seeing him young, but I'm watching this and I'm like, oh boy, you have no idea the destruction you will wrought later.
Yeah, but even he admitted in a later interview. Do you think they remembered you? Nah.
Mm-hmm.
But seriously, Wonder Woman here, she uses torturing. The very first thing she does is grab a guy by the neck, which the news later praises, it positively compares her to one of the worst torturing incidents in American history. They use it in a positive way to describe what she did to this guy, jabs him with a needle, and then it's like, if I arrest him, he'll lawyer up. Things like that. You're like,
that's not anything Diana would ever say.
No.
You know what this probably is? Are you guys yes, we are talking about Wonder Woman 2011, Derek. So you know what's funny about this? I realized this is them talking about this is someone. I think what they did is that they obviously didn't read anything about Wonder Woman.
And I want to make a correction quickly. It was Alec McBeal, not Veronica Mars, that David Kelley did.
Okay. So what probably happened with this is like they wanted to emphasize the warrior aggressive part of Diana, because this is something that Hollywood tends to do when they do like Wonder Woman adaptations, or like what a lot of writers tend to do with Wonder Woman. They tend to go too far in the warrior side, and they forget about the peaceful side, which I think, like him or not, Wonderbat notwithstanding, but Greg Rucka actually did a pretty decent balance with that component of Wonder Woman. And Brit's here, so I got to play the intro. Or sorry, wrong one.
He's back.
What's up, Brit? And Brit says, pining for Steve is never good. Not sure why live action so hung up on that. For drama, Brit. For drama.
Oh, not just that though, but here she pines him so much that she decides to make this Diana Prince stuff for, again, no other reason than to end on her, despite winning, looking miserable at the end.
Oh, come on, Robert. You're telling me you don't like Wonder Woman hopping on Facebook?
No!
And
that's the case where I can think even now Diana would not understand Facebook. That is one thing I would.
That would be hilarious, though, if they did like if they were like Clark has to teach her Facebook.
Yeah, I could just so imagine it's just like, now I could see her. You know what? I could so see Diana getting into a texting battle.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, she gets into a Twitter fight.
Yep, I could so see that. But her first, she would be aggressive, but then she would pause and be like, "Wait, maybe this person's going through a rough time. Try to be positive, and then they're being rude to her, and then she'd be like, "Oh, forget you," and then Clark would be like, "Diana, just click the block for her. That's all you need." Isn't that a coward's way? No. These people feed off of it. Feed off of it.
But I would love Clark is passing her in the hallway, and she's like this, and then Clark's like, "What are you doing?" And then Diana goes, "I'm engaged in a war with words, Kal-El."
Exactly.
So I'll say.
Yep.
I was going to say this, but when it comes down to the show, though, I was a bit concerned with Wonder Woman having pants.
No, I had no issue with that because
this was around that point, though.
Yeah, because 2000. This happened in 2011, and when the new 52 was first marketed, they were going to give Wonder Woman pants.
And you had the BMS version had pants.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, midway through the episode, she changed from pants to underwear. And I was just like, why didn't they start off with that in the first place?
They wanted to show marketing, different outfit.
Reasons. Tevia says, did Tom King go with the Warrior side in his run? Yep, way too much. He went with the... Actually, no. Tevia, he didn't go with the Warrior side. He went with his own twisted, batshit psycho version of the Warrior side.
But she's more of a psycho here still.
Yeah, Diana would hate the message boards. Yes, Britt, she would.
I say this, though. Diana here, like I said, like you compare her to Batman, she's worse than Batman still. She is way worse. This is like what people think Diana is, especially if they looked at Frank Miller's and misinterpreted that. This is basically, I gotta say, this is almost as bad as Injustice Wonder Woman, if not worse.
No. And just Wonder Woman is inconsistent. No. At least this one acts heroic. I'm not gonna say it's worse than that. No.
Heroic.
This one doesn't corrupt Superman.
We don't have a Superman here for her to corrupt.
No, I know, but this one doesn't corrupt good guys. So I'll give you that. But and yes, Cameron, and by the way, hello, Cameron. Yes, there is a CW Wonder Woman, and there was only one episode.
This was meant to be NBC, to be clarified.
Yeah, I just watched a part of the series on YouTube, and the actress looks a lot more like... No. Gal Gadot looks more like Wonder Woman.
I mean, I would say this actress, at least she looked like she would have done well. Again, with better material. This is right up there with, what's her name? Maria Hill from the MCU. Because she was supposed to be Wonder Woman originally, too.
Colby Smothers, yeah. She was supposed to be that in the... Joss Whedon Wonder Woman.
I'm not holding against the actress.
No. I'm not. I'm just saying Wonder Woman by He Who Must Not Be Named. That's just a bad idea.
I wouldn't say that they looked at the Tim version, because even the Tim version is better than this.
Yeah, I would say that. Cameron says, so seeing the description and seeing this supposed to be in 2011, how good was the CGI? Because
this was never released, so but for what we saw, it wasn't the worst. For what we saw for the lasso was not bad.
Yeah, the lasso looked pretty good. The jet looked CW quality, if that might make sense.
We don't know what it would have been, but we don't know what the finalized would have been.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like the jet design, but then again, you could always say it's like his placeholder.
Well, it could have been invisible, and that just would have been the silhouette we would have seen. So we weren't meant to see the full form.
That would have been great, but
because that's what I think that was. I think that was meant to be the invisible jet. It was meant to be invisible, and that was just. And you don't need the full jet to show it.
Yeah, and Derek says Gal Gadot is a good Wonder Woman in my opinion, but I think she's too thin. She worked out for the role, so she bulked up a little bit for that. But anyway,
right.
It's beyond that. But yeah, the problem with this essentially takes all of the worst qualities of all the different Wonder Woman adaptations. So I'm going to do this retroactively because here's why. She's too aggressive, so she's like the Timverse Wonder Woman. She's pines over Steve, so she's like the 1984 Wonder Woman. She's too much into actually it's those two because because here's the thing. This one the Timverse is better, but it's taking that one out because at least in certain episodes of the DCAU, she acted like Wonder Woman. In this one, no point does she act like Diana.
Again, throttling Veronica Cale like that, who did nothing wrong. That's the funny thing. Yes, okay. Is she crooked? Yes. But she works all the stuff they did, and she kills a guy throwing a pipe through his neck. She flat out murders a guy.
Well, not only that, it's like then on national TV, she says, "I'm coming after you." That's veiled TV threats.
But again, she's Wonder Woman, so and then you have that senator who was giving her the grilling her. He's right.
Yeah, he's kind of right. You know what's bad when the bad guys are right.
Or at least the politician is right, at least. But yeah, Veronica Cale wasn't fully in the right. Again, she was legally in the wrong, but not to the degree to deserve this.
Yeah, not to the degree because arguably, so if she's an agent of the police force, let's say that because they kind of imply that. When Wonder Woman wraps a rope around her neck and pulls her aggressively, that's police brutality, bro.
And again, throwing the pipe to the guy's neck and what were they doing? Protecting Cale's property.
Yeah,
when she finds the people that were in there, they were getting medical treatment.
Yeah, that's the thing. This is almost like the writers had an idea for the plot, a decent idea, then they forgot what the plot was.
I mean, why are we supposed to hate Cale?
Because she's a business person, I guess. I don't know why. So, Teladia, what do you think is the worst part of this?
Wonder Woman jets. How many jets does she goddamn need? She's
part of a corporation.
That's a bad thing. Corporation. Who corporates Wonder Woman? She isn't Batman, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Corey Sims, this is bad, but I love the casting. This ain't as bad as Tom King.
No, I think she's more of a monster than even King. The King still has at least a little bit of everything, probably because of editors, but still, this is I'm sorry, just.
Here's the thing. I do say King is worse because here's why. At least this Wonder Woman actually doesn't sit at home all episodes. She actually fights crime when she's pining after Steve Trevor. This other one is just sitting on her ass with her daughter.
But first of all, that's recent. Second of all, at least King does not go the whole, I'm going to have her kill willy-nilly.
Oh, trust me, there's still time. There's still time for someone that obviously has never read Wonder Woman.
You can't just tack that in for what could happen as a criticism.
How about when she threw tanks around and we saw blood splatters and she killed soldiers of the U.S. Army? Willy-nilly.
That she killed them?
Yes, there's blood splatters when she whacks the tank. And we never saw any of the guys leave the tank.
First of all, that happens a lot of times. I can make that argument too.
Okay, yeah, superheroes kill all the time. That's my point.
I'm not talking about killing. I'm talking about being there being blood splatter that doesn't guarantee death, and people not coming out of the tank. Again, you don't have to show them getting out of the tank.
Yeah, if you're gonna tell me she didn't kill anyone, you gotta show me that.
Again, given all the stuff that usually goes on with Diana, I cannot buy her killing and them letting her get away with it when they've always tried to make her be, they try to avoid the whole killing willy-nilly.
Well, yeah. Remember, Robert, this is Tom King's Wonder Woman, not regular Wonder Woman. That's the difference here.
But I'm saying, but here though was more blatant, flippant, and showed us right on the screen. No could be wiggle room, none of that. She threw a pipe into the throat of one of the security guards.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you cannot avoid that.
Yeah, I still think killing U.S. Army soldiers that are just doing their job is worse.
We don't know if she did. That's more of an assumption.
Until they show me evidence to the contrary, I'm gonna assume she did, because blood splatters and tossing a tank around like it's a baseball bat. Yeah,
but Superman's tossed some tanks around too, and yet
I've seen people leave tanks in Superman comics, Robert.
Again,
or they deliberately state, "Oh, those are drones."
Again, I gotta double check about it, dude, because that does not seem like something they would let it slide like that.
Again, this is an editor that's not doing her frickin' job with Wonder Woman.
And that though, how do we know that wasn't Saint-Pierre taking liberties?
Well, even on that, the editor should catch that and say, "You're making it look like she's killing soldiers."
No, and I agree with that, but that doesn't mean that was King who wrote it.
Well, I believe, if I may say, in the issue, and later on the issue with the soldier talking about talking to the Sovereign before he puts the lasso of lives, I believe he talks about Wonder Woman taking the soldiers' lives.
Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna switch over. I'm gonna switch back to my computer.
Yeah, it's all good. But so that's the key point here, where I'm like, what the hell is this? But okay, yeah, there you go. So I am checking the issue, Robert, because I want to see this.
All right.
Luckily, it's Wonder Woman 3, so it's not that hard to find.
All right, and I'm checking myself too.
Yeah, exactly. At least I think it's Wonder Woman 2, because 2 is the one where she actually fights the guys.
Isn't it going to be a frequent thing with us? Is it?
Well, let me put it this way: if I made, I want to make sure. I want to be because because the way it works in Comics League is we like to make claims based upon what's actually in the text. If it's not in the text, we're not going to make that claim.
All right, I get that. Okay, so you're throwing the tank. Where's the okay, that's what the blood splatter or dirt?
If it's bright, yeah, that is blood.
Where? You don't even know what I'm
under the tank.
Under the tank.
Hang on, I'm looking. Oh yeah, she definitely. Okay, here's the thing. This does have blood splatters. However, I'm going to share the image.
That's what I thought, and I don't see blood. I just see what looks like blackness. That could be the dirt or the smoke.
Here's the thing. She lifts this tank and smacks it down like that.
I know that, but again, if all we know, they could be playing up the notion of tanks are practically invincible to such things.
Yeah, but the guys inside the tanks aren't.
That's what I mean. What I mean is that the tanks would protect those in it.
No. That's not the way tanks work in the army.
I know, dude. I know that, but in fiction, they do that.
Anyway, let's get back to the CW's Wonder Woman, because we're losing way track of what.
All right, that's why I said let's not let this be a frequent thing.
Yeah, I know, but it's very it's but my point is with this, it's like it's heavy. I'm not answering why the military is attacking Wonder Woman. Go read the issues. It's one of those so when I watch this. So here's the thing. This is like on the level of them like making a character in name only, like when they made Green Arrow in name only, because the thing they basically did is in no way like Green Arrow or something like that.
He said the killing after he had the lasso of lies on it. Beforehand, he was being a bit more positive, saying, dude, I mean, whatever, she's a superhero. We lost. Fight another day, get another paycheck. Isn't like I'm supposed to cry about her or something. He even says, so we fired at her, nothing worked. She charged, she was swinging she was like swinging a tank. So we fell back, retreated. It didn't take forever or anything.
Those guys in the tanks are dead. So anyway.
Okay, but I gave dialogue, dude. I just showed
no,
you.
No, but those guys, how would they know what's going on in the tank, bro?
Oh, dude, that is something that is always implied, that people in the tank survive unless they make it very clear they're dead. That's a long-standing comic thing.
Whatever. Anyway, going back to the CW's thing. But again, with this, it's like, how many seasons would this have gotten if it was released? One. There's no way this gets more than one season.
This would have bombed if they actually went to series.
This would have been a Gotham Knights situation. I'm just putting it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. This would have... I hate to say this would have been more damaging than even Gotham Knights was.
Oh, yeah. I kind of have to agree with you on that.
This would have irreparably damaged Wonder Woman's everything about her if it went to series.
Yeah, this is one of those. This is one of those things, and it's almost makes you. So Derek says, speaking of which, I know there's a great Wonder Woman game being produced, as far as we know, but it looks like it's going to take a while to come out. I just hope it doesn't try to be. I don't think that game is coming out.
Yeah, but I say no. But this would have been more damaging in general. At least with Gotham Knights, look how much it's just been brushed under the rug.
And look at that show. Very deliberately used very little Batman.
Yep.
So they're like, nope. And I think that's the reason why they didn't even use like Nightwing or any of the other like sons of Batman air quotes, because they're like, this would have damaged their brand. So make it an OC.
Stuff here in this whole thing. Like I said, why am I supposed to cheer for Wonder Woman? Why? Can you guys give me an answer? Why do you think they wrote this in a way for us to cheer for Wonder Woman? Or is it supposed to be for women if they're supposed to cheer for?
I think what this is Hollywood's version of female empowerment. Yes, beat the crap out of the men. Because if you notice, there were no, except for Veronica Cale, there were no female bad guys that she actually fights.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That's the point. I think what this is and yeah, Derek brings up a good point, because she's hot. I think what this is, again, it's because Hollywood has this thing, and this is partly one of the issues with 1984, where they essentially do it where, okay, so Wonder Woman, you should cheer whenever this woman fights the men because patriarchy and all that stuff, even if she brutally dismembers them.
And here's the thing. You know what David E. Kelley's best known for with all these shows is legal dramas.
Okay.
You know, L.A. Law, Doogie Howser, Chicago Hope, The Practice, Ally McBeal, Boston Public, Boston Legal, The Law Firm. There's so many of these things, and those are just the ones before Wonder Woman. Yeah,
exactly. So it's yeah. So and this is clear. Yeah. So this is clearly not that. But it's see here the problem with this is so that they hire a guy who doesn't care. We don't know if he didn't care about Wonder Woman, Tevi. I'm not going to make that assumption. Plus,
given how it came out and he wrote it.
Yeah, I mean, it could be what it was. You know what I think it was? There's another possibility what this is.
Mm-hmm.
It could be that because you see this all the time where you have like writers that that like know them that like in other words, like air quotes, care about the material but want to improve it.
Mm-hmm.
So that could have been what this was. And honestly, again, this is one of those things where like it's interesting to have in terms of like comic book history, but I'm so glad we didn't get this. This is why, here's the thing. When people say, I want Wonder Woman to have an animated series, I want Wonder Woman to have this and this and this, and I'm like, okay, are you sure? Because it very well could have ended up like this.
Dude, I just found out some other stuff that they had planned.
Oh, please tell me more.
Diana would have had a best friend named Mindy Mayer, the press secretary of Industries. Her character would eventually merge with Etta Candy, Diana's personal assistant. The Diana Prince Seeker idea would have had more traits and held another job at Themyscira Industries. Wonder Woman would have had an evidence and tech support team called the Animals, written as a ragtag bunch of misfits.
So she had misfits?
Back, as a team up for tech support and all that.
Say it to Teladia, have a good one.
Take care,
All
guys.
right, see you, man.
But, oh, God.
Again, just like...
I mean, it's nice that they wanted to bring in Mandy Mayer at some point, or like Etta was supposed to be her, because I'm like, okay.
The final result, they combined them.
Yeah, I also don't. Again, this is literally like they don't know who these characters are, because that was not Etta either way.
I know. Again, Kale was the only one properly handled.
Yeah, Kale was literally, okay, that is Veronica Kale. Anyone else? I'm like,
Again, this whole thing was just... And again, Adrianne Palicki was... Again, I could have seen her as a really good Wonder Woman. I keep saying that, but,
Yeah, it's just the thing about it is like, here's the thing. Since Gal Gadot took over the role, and then I see like all these other things like imitate Gal, I've come to the realization that I wouldn't have been opposed to it, but it wouldn't have been my choice because... I mean, it depends on like where this Diana comes from, because I'm of the opinion that Wonder Woman should at least have an accent based upon the fact that she comes from the Mediterranean, and her having a strictly American accent makes zero sense. By the way, Cameron says, is there anything in that about a love triangle between Diana, Steve, and Cheetah? Because we definitely have gotten that. No. Although this is the CW, so they could have gotten that.
No, dude, again, this was meant to be NBC. I keep saying that.
But still, this is network TV. They would have put in a love triangle.
Especially with Kelley. Anyway, yeah. But, and also I'll just say, Pedro Pascal has admitted this was a paycheck. He needed a gig no matter if it was crap.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sense. I mean, I'm glad that he still like got to play a decent. I mean, this way, his track record was as a Wonder Woman character is not that good, because first he had this, and then basically Donald Trump as Maxwell Lord.
Oh, like I say, there's also you have the fact that you have just so many other statements like hold on, I just read this here. Oh yeah, Wonder Woman is vulgar. And that everyone looks at Wonder Woman's perfect body and just assumes she's a perfect person. Did Jeff Johns give him that note?
Yeah, or yeah. Again, when she talks about her boobs and then refers to them as her tits, and I'm like, Wonder Woman would never talk like this.
What? I don't get what this was. Again, this is just like they don't. Did he even read a Wonder Woman comic, or was he just given clip notes?
That's how it's like Tom King.
No, I think, again, Tom King does have, even though the editorials don't do their job, they still at least keep it more on track than this one did.
No, but what I mean is that they make it pretty obvious in this and in the Tom King book that he at least had no prior experience with Wonder Woman before.
True.
That's what I am gonna say on that. But it's like, let me ask you this. How would you improve this? So if you were in charge, how would you do it?
Well... If I was stuck with, so you're saying if I was stuck with Diana Themyscira and all that?
Yeah, so let's say, how would you do it, or at least like...
If I was to overhaul it like some people do, if I was to do a second pilot.
Yeah.
But keep a lot of the traits here. Okay, for one, first of all, if I was stuck with the two, the two Dianas and everything, I would keep it where Diana of Themyscira is a mysterious figure. Very few interact with her. She's not that public. For one thing. We could keep that. If we want to keep that and have it be she's doing this, here's what I'm saying as well. She's doing this so that can actually get this, and the other Amazons are also part of the board helping. Keep it connected to the island. Because let's be honest, we can't have the island for a CW type of project.
No.
We can't have that.
No.
Well, but keep the Amazons connected still. Somehow. Have it be a part of the board or something, or maybe have it be that Diana, while she's there, she's still in touch with her mother or something. And then Diana Prince is the voice for Diana Themyscira. So Go for that. Have this Diana Prince have more of a purpose than just simply, oh, so she can live a normal life. Get rid of that. That was pointless. That was dumb.
Because also Diana doesn't want to do that, so there's that.
Yeah, so use that where she can have a lot of the control, but no one would think treat her like they would still treat her differently because she's not the head honcho. So,
okay.
So that's one. Two, have it be Wonder Woman goes more and does more charity work. Have it be she goes to beat up with kids and everything.
Goes to a women's shelter.
Women's shelter. Goes to see cancer kids and all that. Stuff like that. Also, I would add, if I was to reference the pilot, I would then have it be where she would then look back about what that kid did, and all that stuff, and realize, why did I put all that effort into this? And then she would even talk to the mother and be like, I get you were bad losing your son, but you also have to acknowledge what your son did wasn't right.
And Tavia, we literally just Robert literally talked about keeping the board parts. We're not going to get rid of the corporate stuff. We talked about
we're not getting rid of the corporate. If we were, I'm trying to give restrictions on myself here. So my restriction is that have Kale beat the charges because Diana totally was in the wrong.
Ooh, Cameron, have one of the kids she meets be Donna.
That will be interesting. Oh, have Donna be a kid psychic.
There you go. You do the Wonder Girl thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it. One of the marketing people says sidekicks are great for people identifying with the superhero.
Who doesn't say it? Miss Sandmark.
Yeah. There you go.
Now, Kathy would be too young.
Yeah.
Like a baby or something.
Yeah.
But she could be the one who says that thing.
She saves Donna in the fire. Donna's parents are killed in the fire. So Diana adopts her, and then we get that.
Yep. And that could also help improve her character.
Yeah, there you go. It kind of softens her.
Now, here's something with Steve. I don't mind him being like this go-between Washington.
Yeah, in terms of that, I would have him be more like the Perez Steve, where he was like an ally / friend, not a love interest.
Well, you can have a beat that she's like, I think at one point, by the way, I've met someone, and then she has to get over him.
Yeah, well,
make it clear it ain't going to happen.
They did in the show.
Yeah, they did. You're right.
So keep that and just say, hey, I'm there. And what they could even do, here's how I would rework it. He's actually Edda's husband.
That could work. Or they're dating and she doesn't want him to know. Or her to know.
Yeah, exactly. Because they think it would be awkward if Diana found out her assistant was dating her ex.
Oh, and we could throw in, if we have Kale be around, who would be a perfect second corporate enemy?
Who?
Max Lord.
Yeah, exactly.
And we could have Max and Veronica work together at some point.
Yeah, exactly. They would team up, or maybe Max was in charge the entire time, but he used Veronica Kale as a scapegoat / figurehead.
Oh, but going back to what I said earlier, her cat is Cersei in disguise.
Ah, there you go. That's great.
And maybe she's the one manipulating Diana to turn up her negative traits.
So it's like she has a lasso of the eyes?
Well, obviously back then, no.
Well, but you know what I'm saying. But it's that concept.
Yep. Now, it was either an alternative to having the Amazons involved. What if they're not involved? What if she had amnesia and that's why she doesn't remember anything on the island? Or
we do the absolute Wonder Woman thing, but obviously back then we're the Amazons vanished, and a side quest that she's doing is trying to find the Amazons.
But she's using all the resources she has.
Yes, exactly.
Now, what would we do, Cheetah? I would tone down the Katniss.
I would say, okay, here's what you do. So because obviously we're operating on a CW level budget, have her have Cheetah speed and have her have
the Cheetah from '84, second phase.
Yeah. Have her have the actual powers, but not the Cheetah look, because that's gonna look really crappy in this budget.
Yeah, but now granted, some CW shows got it well, but those were for rarities. How about this? She has those abilities, but on make her a werecat, where at certain full moons she goes full Cheetah. And then you can keep it to certain episodes,
where she's full cheetah.
And plus, at night, most VFX or enhancements look like more realistic,
Like a
so you can get
Grodd.
away with more. Yeah, exactly.
Or Grodd or Shark or whoever in the Flash. Now, what other characters could we throw in though? Oh, wait.
We should have a few of the gods.
Yep. Oh, wait. The girl who was Silver Swan, her mother, should also work at the
Julia Capitalis. Yes, exactly.
Also work there.
This could be an episode where like Diana goes to like a museum and Capitalis is like either the curator or she's giving a tour at the museum.
The Giganton.
No, do not do a grower thing. That's gonna look really bad.
That's gonna look bad. And again, we can't have all. No. Okay. Professor Psycho. Do we go for a little guy or do we go
Peter
for
Dinklage?
That would have been great.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. You could just do that.
Dinklage would have been great as Psycho.
Yeah, he definitely would have.
Yep, but and
the cliffhanger at the end of season 1, she's in her apartment. She hears a like violent knock on the door. She opens it. Hippolyta is there, like injured.
Or it could be Artemis there.
Or it could be Artemis.
Where have you been?
It's like an Amazon saying, Diana, where were you? You just vanished. Like, she didn't just leave the island to go explore. She literally was teleported out and wiped her memory.
But no one knows because Circe did it.
No one knows. Yeah, exactly. Circe. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And, oh boy, this would have worked better. But here's the thing, though. They wouldn't have the reputation of the CW, the Arrowverse to back it. That's the downside. I think that's the problem with this show. It was too soon.
Yeah. I still think if it was a good, let me put it this way, we would have at least gotten it a full season, and then depending on how it goes, so the plot for season 2 would have been her traveling about trying to find the Amazons, and she like goes to, here's how you bring in Minerva. Minerva's in season 2. Mm-hmm. She finds this archaeologist that's trying to find the Amazons as well, and Minerva is like the secondary protagonist of the episode. Halfway through, Circe basically empowers Minerva, like in that DC Heroes United app.
Yep, and also, now given how this would have been around, by this point, it would have been New 52. They would have gone with the Zeus origin.
Yep.
For simplicity's sake.
Yeah, they would have just gone with, because they would have done the whole, she thinks she was made by clay, but she was actually the daughter of Zeus.
Yep. Now, if it would have been around New 52, would they have gone with the New 52 Amazons?
No.
No, that would never work.
No.
Okay, like I said, the show, the cast was there. Let's be fair. The cast was there and all that, but they didn't get the right person, and there was no precedent.
Yeah. What they could also do, since this is around the time of the New 52, she gets a visit from a journalist named Clark Kent. No, wait, hear me out. We never see him as Superman. We see him do weird stuff, like he can lift a car.
Or like he just runs off. I just say he runs off and then comes back afterwards. It's like, sorry about that. Where did you go?
Exactly. Or if this is in the universe of Smallville, it's Tom Welling.
Yeah, but I don't think they would have put in the same universe.
No, this wasn't the idea.
That's the thing, dude. You got to remember, they wouldn't gone that overboard with cameos in that regard.
No, absolutely not. That's what I'm saying. Do it like a minor thing, and then when he leaves, we can have it where, like, the last time we see him in the episode, as soon as Diana leaves, he does the shirt rip, and you see the S.
Or we just see his back, and he just goes, but we don't see what is on his chest. We just see the backside of a shirt rip.
Yeah, and then it's like, and then it's like, as it pans out, the end of the episode music is like dun 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 dun. That's it. That's it.
I know. Nothing fun.
Yeah.
Like,
don't do like, because you don't obviously, because if Superman shows up in a Wonder Woman show, like straight up Superman, that's gonna overshadow her real quick.
Or they meet Bruce, since she's business, meets a Bruce Wayne, or at least hears about Wayne Tech.
Yeah, she hears about Wayne Tech. You could have references to other DC Comics characters, obviously, like Cord Tech, or again, Maxwell Lord. Or maybe on a computer we see like Project OMAC.
Oh, I just realized something. If this ended up being first, and if it ended up being a hit, could this have started the Arrowverse, and it would have been called the Wonderverse?
Yes, exactly. I think so. I think it would have. That would have been really cool. And I would have said, keep everyone else. Keep like all the actors for like Arrow and Flash and stuff. It would have started. The universe would have started with this.
That's the problem. I would not want Kelley to handle the rest of the DC universe. Not after this.
Yeah,
I think that's the other big problem. We were fortunate that this failed because that led to, say what you will about Berlanti, he started off good. It was.
Let me put it this way: you could tell that he at least read a lot of comics and understood the universe for the most part.
But he also played it safe until he had unlimited freedom.
Yeah, exactly.
Once he did that, then he was just like, "Who cares about the characters? Make them all, whatever."
Yeah, and then assuming the universe was like established, let's go with this. Then I think I could see them doing like an episode where full-on Superman shows up, because Superman would probably have a show by this point, and they could have like, the crossover. The crossover is the formation of the Justice League, like the actual Justice League.
You could have had that, but again, now how would it affected the movie universe?
I don't think it would have. In the same way,
sometimes they do.
They didn't with the EU and then the Arrowverse.
Good point.
But but can you imagine if we actually got the first crossover is the Justice League, but they're against like, if we're doing an Arrowverse actual Justice League, who's the villain? Because it's not Darkseid. I don't think they could get away with Starro.
I would just say it would be if we had the Wonder Woman stuff and we built Circe, it would be Circe and Lex and. Not Joker, because we wouldn't have a Batman thing here. Either Grodd or Reverse Flash.
Okay, I could see that.
Dominator. Why not do the Dominators?
That's it.
The Dominators in human disguise.
That's it. There you go. We basically do a secret invasion.
Nah. No, that'll be the Manhunters.
Ooh, no, Mac. See, here's the thing. Starro makes sense from a story perspective. The problem is not with the budget that we're operating under.
Not with the budget. No, unless you would have to really nerf him, like have it be like a badge or something. Well, wait,
or like only show the star in the head.
Wait. There actually was a personified Starro once.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, there actually was one. But still, the Manhunters could be cool. You could use the Manhunters to also tease a Green Lantern show.
Yeah. Yep. Wait, was that it? No, I don't think. They haven't used that thing in ages.
Bro, I got an idea. A later crossover could be Blackest Night.
Effects-wise, I don't know. Oh, no, makeup-wise. The amount of makeup needed for all that.
Well, you only have like a couple of characters that come back. What I mean is like you have like some characters come. I'm not saying you have like an entire army of zombies, but you like pick characters, have them come back and like have them fight the League.
True. Now, Manhunters, you do know that there was that bit. Millennium was the crossover, and they actually, that was Secret Invasion before Secret Invasion. And believe it or not, you know who almost got revealed as a Manhunter?
Who?
Lana.
Oh.
But Jerry Ordway realized actually no, not Lana. It wasn't Lana. It was Cat.
Mm-hmm.
But Jerry Ordway realized if Cat becomes a Manhunter, they're just going to kill her off. So he convinced them, have it be Lana. Makes more sense. She knows Superman. There's a point where she's missing a lot of her history, and she knew DC would not kill Lana off. They would kill Cat, but not Lana.
So I got an idea. Here's the crossover. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
This is the first crossover. This is what brings the Justice League together and leads into another season of Wonder Woman. Amazons attack. Hang on. The Amazons are being controlled by Circe,
who's been trying to keep Diana away from them all.
Yes, exactly. There you go. We can fix Amazon's attack.
And maybe the cat wasn't fully Circe. It was like a aspect of Circe.
Yeah, it was like part. It's kind of like how in Harry Potter the Horcrux.
Yeah.
Essentially that.
Exactly. Like and no, Zod. He's too connected.
No. Well, first off, General Zod, no, that's a Superman villain. We're not if we're doing the cross.
The rights wouldn't go with it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. The only character that would show up here is Superman if we were doing a crossover of the League.
But it would even have to be a vague hint, nothing else. Not even Feora would show up. They wouldn't even do that because that's Kryptonian still.
I would see like Superman saying, "Oh, sorry, I'm late. I was dealing with General Zod." That's it.
That's too flippant. That's too blatant. That's too blatant.
Yeah. But be careful which characters you add. Let's stick with Wonder Woman characters specifically, because that was the one.
You were talking about overall Arrowverse too, though. So
yeah, but still, it's like they wouldn't. Even in the actual Superman and Lois show, they didn't have Zod. They referenced him, but they didn't.
I still say this. I told you before, but I'm gonna say it again. What was still the one total adaptation in the Arrowverse that still ticks me off because it just felt like made no sense. Dr. Light. Having to be an alternate universe version of Iris, you're like, what? She's not even Asian!
Do you know what's my least favorite adaptation of a character in the CW? Jimmy Olsen, who becomes Guardian. I'm like, what is this?
I mean, you know what? He was Herald. That was the Herald from Titans. The hornblower?
Yeah, I know.
He was Guardian at one point.
Yeah.
And he was black.
Yeah, I'm like, what is going on here?
I know they should have made him Mr. Action or something, not Guardian.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, what the hell?
I don't get it either. But again, that was by the point where Guggenheim was more involved. And boy, the fact that I still remember, you do know that Jeff Johns had taken a pot shot at Guggenheim, right?
Really?
He's saying how, making a comment about how if you were on a Green Arrow show, and you did, not only did you avoid Black Canary, but you did everything you did to just make sure she wasn't involved. There's something wrong.
That's so true.
Because
here's the funny part about that. In the Arrow show, they have so many characters that are Black Canary.
You had Alex Kingston as Dinah Lance.
Yeah, so you had Sarah, which if they had done that and said, okay, that's Black Canary, I would have been like, okay, fine, I see what you're going for, because she even had like grenades that when she would throw them, it would like have sonic sound. I'm like, okay, that's what you want to do that? That's fine, I'll go with that.
Put a self-challenge on himself or something?
Yeah, to not use her. And then
Roy would not be in this. That's Titans tied in connection.
No. Donna and Roy, no, because again, this is still a Wonder Woman show. If they did a Titan show, like maybe this universe is like really popular and they want to expand that, yes, I would say do that.
Yeah, but like I said, wait, what did I just say? Before that,
we were talking about like Guggenheim having a personal challenge.
Guggenheim was also the main writer of the Green Lantern movie,
which is not as bad as people say it is.
No, but it definitely derailed the project. Most of the problem falls on him.
Which is kind of funny because that was supposed to start the cinematic universe.
And Jeff Johns keeps getting all the blame. He wasn't. He barely did much of the writing involved.
If there's one person that should have done most of the writing in a Green Lantern movie, it's probably Jeff Johns.
Maybe has a good point there. Why did they do that in the Arrowverse?
Because remember, Oliver Queen was Batman in that universe.
Well, yeah.
That's the see. Here's how I would describe Arrow. It's Green Arrow, but you want to make a Batman show.
Mm-hmm.
That is what it got. So here's the funny thing about Arrow, Robert. So I watched Arrow. Arrow was my first exposure to Oliver Queen. Mm-hmm. Wait for it. Then I played Injustice. And I saw regular Oliver, and I'm like, why is he joking so much? And then when I found out that's how he's supposed to be, I'm like, what did you do?
To be fair, it was closer to the Mike Grell era of Grim and Gritty Green Arrow.
Yeah, but still, at least
I'm just saying.
No, but it's like I'm pretty sure Green Arrow is never like Batman.
You know what character could be in there because the character is a general DC Universe stuff?
Who?
And it's a character that the Arrowverse totally botched? Kate Spencer, Manhunter. She could be the legal team.
Ooh.
She's a lawyer.
That would work.
You know about that Manhunter, right?
What show was she in?
Big staff and all that. She was a character created by Mark and Draco. Hold on. Let me look.
What CW show was she in?
She was in the Arrowverse. They didn't have her be Manhunter though. She was just Kate Spencer, and then she got killed off.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Hold on. I'm getting an image. I got it.
All right, let's see. Okay, I see.
Yeah, that character. Wait, Tevye. Oh, wait, which? Oh, that one. The other one. And you know what they were originally going to do? A mini series. Yeah, it was supposed to be about the secret history of Manhunter about Kate, but
Really?
and Mark and Draco was going to return for it, but it fell through.
Yeah.
Yeah, right here.
Is this type of Manhunter character related to the Manhunters?
Yes, sort of. A lot of her suit is from it, but also she's the one who got Wonder Woman off of the Maxwell Lord stuff. She was her lawyer.
Okay, I see.
She was
You
Diana's
could do
lawyer.
that part in the movie. I mean, the show.
Yeah.
Do the death. Obviously, probably do it less like brutal than like a neck snap. And have her show up. This is her debut. You essentially do the Daredevil thing.
Yep. It's what the Arrowverse should have done.
Yeah, I know. That would have been great. Because how many people has Oliver Queen killed?
He didn't kill her. She just got bumped off, and it was like, what was even the point of doing it? Hold on, I'm looking up.
Nerd points.
Yep, I'm looking up that issue because one, great artwork.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
yeah, that definitely works, and then we'll wrap up.
Yep. Just give me a moment. Here. Trying to find it. It was obviously 1 year later, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, on great cover here.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Oh yeah, that is a cool cover.
Yep. Oh, and Jimenez did a cover too.
Oh, dope.
But yep, here's Diana showing up and asking, and Draco gets Diana. He really does, because she basically, first off, I know you're Manhunter. This is more of another sparring session.
Yeah, I dig that.
But she is able to successfully get Diana to help defend her and everything from with what goes on. Even there's a point where Ted Kord seems to show up. It's Everyman, the shapeshifter. But see all of it.
Because Ted Kord was killed. So
yep. But see right here, and this is all before the grand jury. It doesn't even make the main trial because the grand jury feels like nope, they have no problem.
Yes, Josh, Wonder Woman has some pretty iconic covers. Yes.
Yeah, but again, it's just the fact that they allowed Draco to go, be the one to resolve this plot point. I like that.
Tevye asked question. Speaking of the show, if the show did continue, would you have brought in Grail, Darkseid's daughter?
This was 2011, Tevye. We would have had a couple of years before that.
I mean, if we got to that point, I could see Darkseid War basically being a crossover later.
Right. But you know what the best part of this was, of this story? Turns out Diana did not tell Kate about the Superman part because she didn't want it to hurt Clark. Mm-hmm. And then even by the time she got the information, Diana said, no, don't tell him, because she was like, you're all about the greater good. Revealing that you killed Max as the last option to protect Superman, to protect us. What greater good is that? Here's what Diana said. The world becomes a darker and more dangerous place with each passing day, Kate. That is why we are here, to fight the darkness, to protect the innocent, to keep the monster at bay. Ideally, we give people a sense of hope and something to believe in. And of all the heroes that are out there, who do we believe in most? They believe in Superman. I won't destroy that for an easy win here, Kate.
Okay, so again, this further affirms to me that Tom King does not know what the hell he's doing, because that sounds like Wonder Woman. Anyway, so we're going to wrap up with that. So for Comics League at 9 p.m., Britt and I will be doing a live episode of Super Wonder where we discuss our fan-made multiverse that we built.
Mm-hmm.
And that actress has been Wonder Woman, Foe, Supergirl in Smallville season 3, villain in Aquaman pilot. Yeah, she was the villain in the Aquaman pilot. We should talk about that because I watched that. That's actually really weird. And Mockingbird and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, she's been in so much stuff. Yeah, so we have that. So we have that at 9 p.m. Mm-hmm. On Wednesday, I'm gonna do a video talk about why Wonder Woman should be respected. And that's about all I got so far. Robert, where can we find you and what have you got coming out?
I've got my YouTube channel, and I've got you and me going over the Amazon attack books.
Mm.
Oh, again, for the first one.
For the first one. The second one is yay.
Yep, and I was like, give Josie Campbell Wonder Woman.
Yes, there you go.
All right, well, that's all for me.
Yep.
I know
Stay
what you're
heroic,
saying.
everyone. Remember, Lois Lane is Lois Lane. She belongs to General Zod. And Steve Trevor, Steve Never. He belongs 6 feet in the ground. Zoe is the Max about for life. See you later.